hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a review on Chris Brown's new album, Breezy, and I am absolutely in love. I'm not holding back, I'm gonna tell you like it is. His music's just amazing. I don't care what anyone says. I have been a fan of Chris's for a very long time, and what I have noticed about the music that he makes is that he continues to make hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, and some of y'all just can't take it because, you know, they'll be like, oh, he's overrated, oh, chatting. You guys are chatting. Anybody that's hating on Chris, I am saying you're chatting, because even if you don't like the stigma or the stories, or you think you know something about Chris that other people don't know, because let's just face it, some stories are made up stories. Now, I'm not saying all the stories that come out about him are not made up, because there may be some truth to some of them, but I think that people hold artists to a different standard, as if to say they can never make a mistake, or they got stuff, you know, because life gets real, they got stuff, and then now here they go displaying the stuff. But when we're talking about the music, when we're talking about the artistry, when we're talking about how amazing his music is, y'all better start playing with Chris. Because a lot of people are sleeping on Chris of how talented he is in terms of the writer that he is, in terms of the way how he makes popular music. Some people cannot make a hit even if they tried, and if they do make a hit, it's a one-hit wonder, it's a two if you're lucky. Let's get into this, because this album has in total, what is it, 32 songs? This is including the deluxe, but we can focus on the 24 that's on the first one that came out 3 weeks ago. And out of the 24 songs, 19 tracks that are my like, I'm gonna play this again and again, I'm gonna pull it up. 19 out of 24, and I'm not saying the rest of the ones that are not my favorite are not good tunes or not good records, and I will go into, I will explain, and I will give you the breakdown of it all. But the fact that I'm in love with 19 songs that I'm playing, I'm bopping in the car, I'm can I get a taste? Like, and enjoying myself too. And also it's about musical preference, because let's talk about it, because he makes a song that isn't my preference doesn't mean that I don't recognize that it's a good song. It doesn't mean I don't see how it's going to do well in the TikTok world, or it's going to do well with the dancers. Because listen, Chris makes music for a lot of his interests, and this is what I've worked out about how phenomenal he is. He makes songs that he's like, this is for the dancers, because he loves dance, and he knows that people want to dance and they want to like create new like routines and stuff, and so he will make tunes for that. He will also make tunes for the people who are in the club, because he likes to go out, he likes to go and beat and have a vibe and party and all the rest of it. So I'm listening to some of the song choices, and I'm listening to even the way that the album is displayed in terms of track listing. It's like, for me, Chris just don't miss. There's a lot of people who can't make an album with a strong 12 tracks. Let's talk about that. Let's go into that. There's artists out here right now who cannot even manage 12 to 14 track album, and for every song to be oh. Now I just said to you, I'm in love with 19 tracks that are on this album, on Breezy album. So if I'm in love with 19 tracks, then he's already did what he was supposed to do. But he always gives us way more than the average person does. And so when people start complaining, saying, oh, the albums are too long, and I'm like, then are you really a music lover? Are you a person? Are you just a casual listener? No, they're not really into music like that. If you're into music and somebody does a great body of work, if there's not mad interludes, because sometimes people fatten up their projects with interludes, all this stuff, and it's like, wow, like you wasted like a minute whatever, and you could have done an amazing song with that. So he don't do that. He didn't do that here. He's giving you hit after hit after hit. I will share with you some of my favorites. Need you is you're getting ready to go out with your girlfriends, put Need You on, or you're in the car, you're bopping, put Need You on. That is a tune. So, hey, 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 hey.
Need you right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, she drip, sliding. Turn into a beast soon as I get behind it.
Oh my God, We was the first one that I heard, and I was like, oh, Chris, get that one. So, but that's because I'm into R&B heavy. So,
Keeps rising like it's silent when you ride my way.
as soon as I heard that and Sleep at Night, I was like, okay, he's in his R&B bag. He slowed it right down. He gave you what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? I like Forbidden, and you know why I love Forbidden? Although it's very popular music-y, the Michael Jackson reference, I was like, okay, you're paying homage right here. Like, you are showing love to the person who inspired you to do music. In 2022, you're letting people know Michael Jackson is still my guy. Harder is a tune. Listen, like, it has a very bluesy D'Angelo in the basement. I'm smoking a cigarette and I don't even smoke, you know, candlelight. Like, it's giving, it gives you all of that stuff, and that's my type of bizarre. I love that song as well. I said I wasn't going to talk about the new tracks, but I really do like the Anderson .Paak Inner Peace. I really do like that song. I'm not even gonna lie. It's so different and quirky, but I love different and quirky anyway. And there's other songs that I like, because even on the deluxe, there's a few songs on there that I like Hit My Line, and Nobody Has to Know. I even like Betty. I do like that song, I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, that's more than 19 that I've just listed. And the features, let's talk about the features. So he chose great features: LMA, Her, Wizkid, Anderson .Paak, Lil Baby, Lil Wayne. Come on, man, these are the names. Come on. Like, when people were talking about the record sales and that he didn't do too great, and that, I have a theory on that. I truly believe that people don't realize how amazing he is, how passionate he is, and what he's actually putting into his projects. He gives his heart and soul, and it's very evident. I think that Chris churns out phenomenal music at such a rate that people take him for granted. Yeah, I said it. I feel that they sleep on him. Oh, it's just Chris. Yeah, we put out another banger, and they'll listen to it, and they'll dance to it, they'll hop to it, and they'll do all that stuff to it. But they don't realize, what did it take for him to find a hook, and for that hook to bang? Because people can make songs and make hooks, but it doesn't mean that they bang. It doesn't mean they transcend. It doesn't mean that they've got radio play. It doesn't mean that they've got high stream play. They don't have the formula that makes you go, I'm into this song, I'm gonna keep on playing it. So he has that formula, and I think what people are doing now is they've got so used to him churning out music at the rate that he does, that they just go, oh, it's Chris. They love his music, but they don't realize what actually went into making 32 songs. And out of those 32 songs, there's probably one song, no, I would say there's two songs that I just don't like, but that's because it's not my type of music. Does that make sense? And it doesn't resonate with me, or I don't like probably the feature that was on there, or I didn't think it was necessary. But all in all, out of 32 songs, there's only 2 songs I really don't like. That's like, in some cases, 30 songs is somebody's 3 albums, because people were making albums with 10 tracks and it was still a crap album. Yeah, I said it. And can't sing without auto-tune. I said that too. And so, yeah, I think that he thinks that if he leaves it too long, people are going to be like, oh, Chris has fell off because he ain't put no music out. When's the next album? So he's constantly competing with himself, not realizing you, my friend, are in your own lane. And I know he knows that, but he works like he doesn't know that. He works like he's got something to prove. And I personally think that what he feels he has to prove, he's using the music to do it, but I don't think it's the music that he's trying to prove something in. because his music speaks for itself. How many people can make a two-sided disc album and kill it time and time again? And when I'm hearing this, oh, the albums are too long, I'm not listening to these people. Anybody that says his albums are too long, yeah, I can't hear them, because if the tracks were crap, then I could understand your moan as to why the album's too long. But when you've got hit after hit after hit after hit, and he's giving you different, because what he's saying is, I'm gonna give you something for everybody. So if you are if you're into pop music, I'm gonna give you something. If you're into a ballad, I'm gonna give you something. Oh, you want me to slow it down? I'm gonna give you 2-3 of those, because I'm R&B at my core. If you're into hip hop heavy, I'm gonna give you something on this end. If you're into trap, I'm gonna give you something. You wanna dance? You wanna pop it? I'm gonna give you something for that. He continues to think about his fans. That's evident. He makes music for the fans. But at the same time, he's making music that he loves to do also, and it shows because he's passionate, and it shows in the music. So this is a great body of work. I am absolutely in love with it, and I wish he didn't care so much about sales, and maybe it's the labels that are concerned with the sales side of things. But as an artist and as a fan, he can't do no wrong when it comes to this music thing. I'm so sorry. I can't think of a time when Chris went wrong for me, music wise. And a lot of people who I love go wrong for me for music. They choose the wrong songs. I hate the beats. Who is these producers? Why is this track 4 minutes and something? Like, come on, man. Chris knows how to time things. Like, he gives you just enough, but not too much. So I'm absolutely in love with this album, and it's just gonna keep growing on me because it's already in there. So I can only imagine the more I listen to it, the more it's just, I'm in love with the Breezy album. You can hear it, you can see it, and anybody who can't see that, I'm looking at you like you're a casual listener to music and you're not really into music like that, because not only, I'm a big neo soul, R&B, hip hop. So he gave you that. He gave you hip hop and your R&B. That collabo is always genius. He gives you a bit of that. But then on the flip side, he's giving you, I'm 13, walking to school, and this music's amazing. So he's not just thinking about me, himself. You can see that he's thinking about everybody else. You can see that but he still sounds like Chris. Because some people would do different types of music and different genres, but they don't sound like themselves. It sounds a pop artist when really they're an R&B artist or something like that. Whereas Chris does an amazing crossover, because he remains who he is as the R&B singer that he is. He remains that person, but he picks the right beats, and he picks the right producers, and he picks the right way of how to arrange the songs. Now, I'm not saying he does all of this himself, but you can tell that he's heavily involved. And the only reason why I know this is because, like I said, I'm a fan, and I have bought previous albums before, and I see the same pattern. I see the same formula. I see it's working. I see that, come on, man, he makes hooks that are so infectious and so just on the money, and it's like, oh my god, I remember this hook already, this bangs. Like, that's when you know you're onto something. Because how many people can make songs that are rememberable, that makes you want to put them on repeat, that makes you want to sing along? The first day of listening, I was sold. And to put a album on that has 24 songs and be sold on my first listen, you're onto something. Because some projects have to grow. You need time for it to be like, let me see. I didn't have to do that with this. And it's 3 weeks in, and I'm loving it. The more I listen, the more I'm like, yeah, I'm into the vocal arrangements. I'm into just how he sounds. He just is an amazing artist. There's this great thing where he infuses different types of music with still having that sound of Chris sitting on top. He is amazing, and I wish people would just look at him for what he is and how amazing his music is. And so this is my review on Chris Brown's album. I absolutely loved it. And yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. This is a second review that I've done. Wow, this is a review on the album. The first review I done was on the verses. Go check that out. And yeah, thank you for coming to my page, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.